Welcome to the TPC Desktop Getting Started video series. In this series, we've been working on a mortgage survey where we entered a deed for a property boundary. We entered some field data where we tied two corners of a house foundation. And then we entered our taping data around the house. And we're showing those currently in what we call a working drawing. So our drawing view here, and I'm just going to expand this out so it makes it a little bit bigger. Our drawing view is showing us our data as we enter it. I want to open the drawing manager here and show you that all the while that Traverse PC has been drawing our data for us, it's put it in a drawing called Drawing 1. And we told Traverse PC when we started this survey to go ahead and use the default drawing for this. So we get a north arrow, scale bar, title block, and then Traverse PC is drawing the data at some scale, and we happen to be at 38 feet per inch. Generally, at some point in this project, then, I say, okay, I've got the working drawing kind of put together, and now I want to produce a finished drawing. Generally, I want that finished drawing to be based on a template, so I get information in there that I'm used to having in there or want to have in there, but I want to use this same data or these same traverses. So let's take a look at how we do that. We create drawings and manage drawings in the drawing manager. So I can go up to the manage, and here's my drawings. I already have it open here though in my managers that I've pinned. So here's my drawing manager. And just like I create a new traverse by double clicking, I create a new drawing by double clicking. So let's just go ahead and double click any blank spot. Let's bring over the new drawing dialog box. And let's go ahead and tell Traverse PC that this is our mortgage drawing, so we'll just call it our final drawing. And then I want us to come and browse to a mortgage template. These are templates that we provided with Traverse PC, but you can easily make your own. So here's the new drawing based on that mortgage template. Traverse PC has redrawn the traverses that are tagged. Let's just show you that quickly. Here are the tag traverses. I'm no longer going to need to show the field data, so I can untag that. And do you see how that field data then disappears? So let's go ahead and zoom in here. And I want to grab this deed data and just move that out of the way here. And then I want to grab this area in acres and move that out of the way here also. I'm going to zoom page back here again. And let's talk about kind of what we started with here. When I told Traverse PC that I wanted to start a new drawing and base it on the mortgage template, Traverse PC said, I'm going to start with a particular drawing size, in this case a 14 by 8.5, which I can change to whatever size I want to use, but the template starts out at that size. And then I'm going to delineate the paper space objects. So the mortgage template includes a title, a narrative, a place for me to put my legal description, and then a north arrow, a scale bar, and a title block. If I click the survey space, these are the survey data objects, the lines and labels that are provided by the survey. So these are not included in the template. These are provided by the traverses that I've created inside of Traverse PC. So it's a great kind of way to mix template data and survey space and the information that I've included in this particular survey. And I just want to show you real quickly kind of how we get started with a drawing template. So the first thing I do is that I come over to the toolbar and do a zoom extents. And that tells me in the scale bar up here how large a scale I can use for this drawing. So I can fit it on this legal size sheet of paper landscape at 29 feet to the inch. So I'm going to come in and choose a scale that's just slightly larger than that so I can fit it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the control key, and I'm just going to drag and drop this survey about where I think I'm going to want to put it for my drawing. And in doing that, I haven't changed any coordinates. So it's just a neat little thing Traverse PC lets me do. I'm going to move around the scale bar and the north arrow, just kind of get them out of the way. And then I want you to watch this real quick. I've got a group here. So I've grouped these items for the title. And I'm going to go ahead and ungroup those real quickly. And now I'm going to tell Traverse PC, I'm going to move my legal description down here where it'll fit. And I'm going to resize this narrative. So let's go to Modify Object, Resize. And I need it to be a little skinnier, so I'm going to give it a little more height to work with. And I see I can go up just a little bit more, or maybe over a little bit more. And now I've created space for all of my narrative, the stuff that came with the template, and space for the drawing. And I've got things kind of laid out pretty nicely, and that took what? Just a few seconds really. And we're going to see that that's kind of how the drawing stuff works in Traverse PC. So without really doing any CAD drafting, I've got a drawing that's just about ready to go like it is. Let's take a look at a couple of things real quickly here that Traverse PC has provided for me. In my title block, Traverse PC has used drawing variables to bring in the job ID, the scale from the drawing, the date that it was created, the name of the survey file, the 2015-117, and I didn't have to enter any of that. In my scale bar, again, Traverse PC has brought in the scale of the drawing for me automatically, and I didn't have to type any of that. I'm probably going to want to come over and just take a look at some of these annotations. Here's a line label that doesn't fit on the line, so Traverse PC has drawn it off to the side with a leader. Here's another curve that, again, Traverse PC has drawn like this for me. If I want, I can go into the settings for this and change the way it draws that. And in fact, I want to come in and change a couple of things here. I want to change the symbol because I found all these instead of setting them, these pins. And so I'm going to double click anything that's drawn by this traverse. And in my control points, I'm going to change then from an open circle to a found pin. So it's going to redraw those with a found pin symbol. And then I'm going to go into my curves and spirals and tell Traverse PC I want to align the text. So instead of having a stacked curve data there, I want to align that. And Traverse PC is going to go ahead and draw that for me. Now, I'm pretty close to having what I want. I can come in and just move a few more of these labels around if I want to show those. And the next thing I want to do is include automatic setbacks, because I want to show where the lot setbacks are on here. To do that in Traverse PC, I need to come into my deed data traverse, and I'm going to move that to a traverse group. And I'm going to move it to a traverse group called lots. So Traverse PC is going to turn on something called traverse groups. It just allows me to put all my lots together, all my alignments together, all of my foundation ties together. And the great thing about it then is that now when I edit this drawing data for this deed data traverse, Traverse PC is going to add a tab for me for setbacks. And I can simply say, hey, I want to draw these with a dashed line of some kind, however you want to do that. And Traverse PC is going to draw that for me automatically. The other thing I can do is I can easily come in and say, up here on the front, this is a front setback, not a side. And I have different setback distances specified for this survey. So I can simply tell Traverse PC that this is a front, and it moves that in a little bit. And then I've got a little short segment up here that I actually want to tell it none. So I don't want that to be included because it actually would be inside the setback. So that's how I want to draw that. And I've actually changed the setback information in the boundary traverse, so it continues to know that these are front setbacks. I could come over here to the east side and tell it this is a rear setback if that's how the subdivision CC&Rs are written, or the city code is written. So I've included my setbacks. That looks good. The next thing I want to do is include some offsets from the corners that are closest here. And I'm just going to use a tool in Traverse PC called Dynamic Offsets. Let's go ahead and move this label out of the way. Put it down over here. And I'm going to tell Traverse PC that I want to draw a dynamic offset, and it prompts me now at the bottom to specify the start. I'm going to use a snap command to go to the end of this line, and then I'm going to say I want to go perpendicular to this property line. So Traverse PC then redraws that setback for me, and probably the last thing I would want to do is go into drawing settings and tell Traverse PC that I want to draw all the dynamic offsets, maybe with that color, with this particular font, and whatever size I want those to be. And then Traverse PC will redraw those for me. Just kind of a nice way to do that. And I can include setbacks for any of the other corners that I need to. Just a great way to show that we've met the setback requirements and to label the drawing. Now you can decide anything else you want to add to this drawing. I'm going to put a legend in here real quick so we can just have a legend ready to go. And Traverse PC is at least going to show me that the circle I used there is for found pins. I can come in real quickly and modify that and tell exactly what I found. That I found 5/8 inch rebar with a yellow plastic cap stamped 44-138, and I'll use my LS number there. And that goes in my legend. And if I use any other symbols in here, they can be added to that legend automatically. I can generate a legal description and include it here in this legal description text if I am required to do that or want to do that. And basically, now my drawing is ready to go. I'm going to right-click, tell Traverse PC I want to preview that real quickly. And I can see here's my full legal sheet of paper. I've been working all this time within the border of that, so I see the border now in the preview. And I might want to say I'm ready to print a PDF of that. So here's my Traverse PC PDF driver. I just tell it go ahead and print that. I can save it to whatever location I want. And then let's just bring that PDF drawing over here so you can see that here's my PDF file ready to go. And really all the drawings that I do in Traverse PC take very little time like this. It's just really fast to produce a drawing because, again, the survey data is generating the drawing for me. It's part of what we call our quick view technology. And I wanted you to see that in action here real quick on this mortgage inspection survey.